What is going on, guys? Today I'm about to show you how to play AP Varus mid lane and completely stomp your games. Just one note, this playstyle can also be played in the bottom side of the map, and I found it really effective, to be honest. So let's jump right into the video. This time we'll focus mainly on the Hail of Blades Varus. So let's get right into it. For the runes, Keystone, well, Hail of Blades. For your secondary, for the rest of the Domination tree, you want to go for Taste of Blood, Eyeball Collection, and Ultimate Hunter. I have seen some Varus players that are actually going for Cheap Shot, but it makes completely no sense. Because if you will think about how do you proc Cheap Shot, you have to use your E or ult to proc it. Level 1 to 5 you can only proc it with your E, and your E actually has 17-second cooldown, and that and you want to go cheap shot into champions that can basically proc it every 4 seconds. I don't have any example in mind, but that's essentially why you would go cheap shot. And with Varus you can't actually proc it enough to get the best use out of it, and on top of that, you want to mainly use your Q to poke as opposed to your E. The way that you want to play your traits is auto, Q, and if you miss your Q, only then you use your E in order to get the Q cooldown back. And we will go into why you get the Q cooldown back later on in the video. Probably in the gameplay. Anyways, secondary Eyeball Collection, Insane Rune, you want to scale, and that just gives you more AP. I would consider going into Zombie Ward in some games if I'm playing, if we have an early game team, or if I'm playing with Assassins on my team, and then I would go for Oracle Lens, and then I can't place as much vision, so Zombie Wards takes care of that. But generally just go Eyeball Collection. It does everything, well, not everything, but it is just better in 99.9% of your games. Then for the fourth option, just always go Ultimate Hunter. Nothing is better in here. Literally nothing is better in that rune page. Why? Because you're extremely reliant on your ultimate, and that means that you will be able to proc your ultimate more. So yeah, if there are any questions about why not Treasure Hunter, even though Treasure Hunter allows you to hit your spike, which is second item Rift Maker, faster, it falls off so bad into the middle and late stages of the game. It's just not worth it. So the safest rune, Ultimate Hunter. Now, for your secondary tree, and this is where it gets interesting, in 99% of your games, you want to go absolute focus into Gathering Storm. But if you're playing versus an extremely aggressive laner, let's say Irelia, let's say Pantheon, let's say Renekton, all of these champions that are trying to basically bully you out of lane, right? Occasionally Talon. But I personally don't think that Talon is actually a hard matchup. I actually think that you bullied the crap out of Talon because you're playing a ranged mid laner. But if you do struggle against them, you can always go for Bone Plating into Overgrowth, because your essential goal is to make sure that you cripple your lane opponent. Your lane opponent gets out of lane crying. Alright? This is the only thing that is allowed to happen if you're playing Varus. Right? You're playing Varus, your lane opponents get out of lane with tears in their eyes. Alright. So this is runes. Now let's go over spells. Spells, where are the spells? There they are. In most of my games, I'm actually going Flash and Ghost. Ghost pairs really well with Varus's kit because you don't have the best mobility in the world. The only matchups that I'm not going for Flash Ghost are mages such as Anivia, Vel'Koz, Victor, occasionally Irelia, but I'm actually currently experimenting with the Irelia matchup. I'm thinking about going Exhaust or... Well, I'm thinking about going Exhaust into that matchup, but I'm not entirely sure about that one yet, so I would still recommend to go Flash Ghost even into that matchup. You can still bully an Irelia in lane, and as long as you go for the bone plating, you still win. Anyways, so for Vel'Koz, Xerath, Anivia, all of these mages that once they hit level 6, they just either press an ability and wave is gone, or mages that outrange you and one-shot the living crap out of you. And I'll say it again, Vel'Koz. I would usually dodge this matchup, but I don't want to be a pussy. So in these matchups, I would consider going either teleport or heal. Teleport if I want to play it more towards surviving the lane and scaling towards the later stages of the game. And I would go teleport if I have top and bot lanes and jungle that are supposed to win their lane. If that's not the case, then I'm going for the heal. Now, why heal, right? Why heal? So, heal actually allows you to dodge Vel'Koz E and Q slightly better. Because what heal essentially does is it grants 30% movement speed once you press it. And that's the big thing here. With Ghost, you gain somewhere between 24 to 48% movement speed gradually. So once you press it, it's 24. With heal, it's instantly 30. So you're just way faster, and it actually allows you to dodge Vel'Koz E way more, like, just way easier. And one more matchup that I actually really love the heal is Victor, because you can get out of Victor's W, out of Victor's dome thing, while you're charging your Q, right? While you're charging your Q, if you use your heal. So Victor is actually a really good heal matchup in my opinion. And aside of that, every other matchup, Flash, Ghost. Alright. That is it for the spells. Now let's go into the item order. And I actually think that this is straight up the most important thing in the guide. Varus itemization, and you want to stay tuned for this one actually. If you want to play Varus, you really want to stay tuned for that one. So Varus starting items, I would highly recommend to every single one of you, if you're below Diamond 1, to go D-Blade, Health Pot in every single one of your games. But if you're above Diamond 1, there are specific matchups such as basically anything with extremely good wave clear, where I would go for Corrupting Potion, and I would try to make the lane way more aggressive. I would just always, let's say Malzahar lanes or Victor lanes or occasionally Xerath lanes, what they want to do, or Anivia lanes, what they want to do is they want to push the waves and ignore me. What I want to do, if they want to ignore me, I will make sure that they will pay with their lives for it. So I can go for a C-Pot and just constantly trade into them. They want to go for wave, I will trade with their, like, they have to trade on me now. That's it, wave is gone. Trading on wave is gone. Now, for Varus core build, Nature Tooth core, it's your first item literally in every single one of your games. One extremely important note here. One extremely important note here, guys. If you're playing versus an assassin, you don't buy anything. And I will say it again, you don't buy anything. Anything, anything, anything. until you finish your Nature Tooth. That will, like, boots, 300 boots? No, 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 no. This control ward that allows you to play your lane a little bit more defensive? No, 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 no. Damage. And why is that? Going for that pure damage allows you to out-damage pretty much everything. Right? It literally allows you to out-damage pretty much everything. One more cool note that I actually forgot in the spells. Specifically into Karina, you do want to still go Exhaust. And if you go Exhaust and itemize only for Nature, even if she gets her full combo on you, you can no-brain it, stand in her ult, press S to not move, and only right-click and press your spells, and you will out-damage them in most cases if you're playing it properly. Now, into mages such as Syndra, Orianna, all of these mages that are reliant on hitting a skill shot or ability, I would highly recommend to go for Blasting One into boots. 300 boots only. 300 boots only. Blasting One into boots into finish Nation. And this is basically because if you dodge their ability, you want to go ahead for an extremely aggressive trade with, like, I don't know, our flash into their faces. Auto E, auto double Q there, and you just got 300 gold. Just like that. Alright? Now, one more important thing over here, guys. In most of your games. There you go. We got another follower. Blood Reaper, thank you for following me. I really appreciate it, broski. Even though we're not on stream, I really appreciate it, broski. Anyways, let's get back to the guide. Items. After your boots, 300 gold boots, you don't complete those. Into 99.9% of your games, you don't complete those. Riftmaker gives you way too much damage. So, Nature Tooth, 300 boots, rush Riftmaker, and after you rush your Riftmaker, then you can go for your boots. And in most of your game, I would usually no, actually in all of your games, I would highly recommend to go for Ionian boots, unless you want to have some fun and go for these weird one-tap builds, and then you can go for Sorks. But if you want to take your Varus seriously, just don't. Just don't. You one-shot even without it. Like, you one-shot in all instances. I won't even say most instances, because they're not supposed to get into those 14-0 scores if your opponent has half a brain. So if you're not playing versus monkeys, Ionian boots every game. And on top of that, they reduce the cooldown for both your ultimate and Ghost, which allows you to play the fights better, because you're extremely reliant on your Ghost. So having Ghost on lower cooldown is extremely important as well. Now, if you're playing versus a lot of assassins, so let's say we're playing versus Talon mid lane, Elise jungle, and enemy AD carry decided to play Kai'Sa. And I actually do count Kai'Sa as a pseudo assassin AD carry. Just because, like, if someone CCs us, she can ult us and then she's in our face. Or if she autos us, she's in our face. And into Kai'Sa or Vayne, the crown comes extremely handy, because it's basically a fight of who one-shots faster. And it's really hard to land your ultimate in these matchups. So the Ionian boots gives you lower cooldown on the crown, and if that's the case, I would actually pair that with there we go, with magical footwear into cosmic insight. So versus 3 assassins, magical footwear, cosmic insight, especially because you don't want to go for Nature Tooth in lane, so that's like pretty fun. And that gives you lower cooldown for both your, I would actually consider exhaust in these matchups. And that gives you lower cooldown for both your exhaust and the crown, and then you can pretty much still win everyone in 1v1s, and that will allow you to 1v1 more people more often. Alright. Continue. In most games, just go stealth ward. And one really cool thing in here, guys, control wards are busted on Varus. Damn. Camera died. 1 second. I noticed this just now. Let's get the other camera. Right. Let's continue. I was at control wards. Guys, control wards. Do not underestimate these guys. Camera looking like trash. Everything is fine now. Do not... Yeah, it's just... Whatever. Do not underestimate control wards. Control wards are just busted. Alright? Control wards are extremely busted. You want to mainly buy control wards around objective timers. So let's say Drake spawns or Barn spawns in 3 minutes. Alright, I buy control ward now. Then what we're trying to do is we're trying to basically pressure side lane and then go for pick around the Drake or pick around the Baron. And the way that you want to do it on Varus, you want to play off of vision. So you want to pretty much either put control ward on the bush and then you know that it's not warded, and then you want to use your stealth ward and put it towards the direction that you want to get the pick in. One more cool note in that regard, if you're trying to go for picks, I would highly recommend to go for spots that people don't usually think about, right? So usually they think about pixel bushes, for example. Don't try to pick around pixel bushes because they will be like, oh, he's there, and then they will start moving like cockroach or something, and then it's really hard to it's really hard to hit them. All right, moving on. After we have our core and control ward and all that, guys, the way that I view your third item is like so. I'm thinking about who is the carry in the opposing team. If the enemy carry is a tank, then I will go for void stuff. If the enemy carry is playing a AD carry or AP carry or anything else that is really easy to one-shot, Rabadons, try to pick them, finish game. Like that. Aside of that, Shadow Flame, really important if the enemy is playing an AD carry or well, it's mainly for AD carry. When an AD carry goes for Shield Bow, one thing that I love doing is Rabadons into Shadow Flame, and then you can pretty much pick them on full health, right? They get the shield from the Shield Bow, but you still 100 them on our ult. After your Rabadons, in most cases, you would go for Void stuff, and if you go Void stuff, in most cases, you want to go Rabadons afterwards. Reason being, on Varus, your DPS is your defense. If the opponent got to you, so let's say enemy is playing a Hecarim, and he got to your face. Alright, auto WQ, he's dead. If he's not dead, then you pretty much already made the mistake before by face checking him or by not trying to pick him before he picks you. And the way to play these matchups, so like Hecarim is an extremely important one because his ult actually ignores every CC in the game. So these matchups, what you're supposed to do is actually wait in a bush, and once they are pretty close to you, then you want to really fast auto-ult them, or if you don't want to be as greedy as I am, then just ult them. Just ult them. Now they can't ult. Great. E, auto, Q. Or more correctly, ult, auto, E, auto, WQ, kill them. They can't even use the ultimate unless they're going for a full tank build, and even then in most cases they're 2% health max. After your 2 damage items and occasionally Shadow Flame, you can consider going one of these. Zhonya's, Banshees, or Shadow Flame. Alright? Depending on the game, if you need like a little bit of health, but you still want damage, Shadow Flame. 100 AP is cool. And the passive against shields. If the enemy has any CC ability that is annoying to play against, Banshee's Veil. And if they have any, I don't know, AD Assassin or something, or any AD that is, I don't know, Olaf, for example, or Tryndamere, where they're trying to stick to your booty, then you can go ahead and Zhonya's, their ult end, you tap them. And that is it about Varus's itemizations. Let's go over the skill order. That'll be really quick, actually. Alright, so Varus skill order. On Hail of Blades, specifically. Even though if you would go to like u.gg or any other site, they will tell you that max W is the highest win ratio page. Don't buy that. Don't buy that shit. Don't buy that shit. It's a bait. You always max Q. The reason why it's a higher win ratio is literally just because most people don't fully understand how to play around the Q. But what you want to do is, why you want to max Q is because it gives you more damage up until you finish your Rift Maker. And once you finish your Rift Maker, you pretty much maxed your W as well. And when I said that it deals the same damage, it deals more damage in 1 versus 1s. In Hail of Blades into Q, it deals more damage. Even if you do 3 auto attack, ult, WQ, then it still deals more damage. It would deal less damage in team fights if you get a whole, like if you will get if you get 7 or 8 blight stacks in a single fight, then maxing W deals more damage. But the drawback is that you cannot pressure lane, because your Q is one of the best abilities to pressure waves, and I will show you what I'm talking about in the game. I don't know why the camera is like flickering like crazy, and like it's kind of weird. But yeah, max your Q. And if you want to go for the W max, then go 3 points Q into max W. That makes sense as well. Even though I max Q pretty much every game. But you do you, I do me. Alright, let's go into the Wowish mid gameplay. Wow. Real quick, before we'll jump into the gameplay, if you want to get coaching by me and level up your gameplay or learn Varus like mad, feel free to check the social media links. I have a link to my site right below where you can book a coaching session. And with all of that being said and done, catch you in the gameplay. Peace, and I'm out. You can hear the spawning. Alright guys, we are going at it. I actually took the runes and itemization versus both cat and assassins. So we might not one-tap everyone, but we will survive. That might actually be a really informative game for you guys, because it's an extremely hard matchup. So I will have to play it my absolute best if I want to win it. One cool thing to know on Varus. If you want to play Varus to its fullest potential, on Hail of Blades, you kind of have to always be around the enemy turret. So you have to kind of track enemy jungle pretty well. What I usually do in order to track them, I've actually seen Noe, who is occasionally playing Varus in the middle of the map, doing that as well, where he's placing ward at 2 minutes 20 at the enemy raptors to understand the enemy jungle's pathing, and then you can pretty much understand whether they're doing like 3 camp top into gank mid, or they go 3 camps into continue pathing. And then if they continue pathing, that's perfectly fine with you, because then you can pretty much continue the show of mid lane. And when we're playing versus cat mid lane, she's going Conquer into Ignite. Alright, let's zone her on the Hail of Blades. I want to get minion damage and then go for a trade. Yeah. Would have probably been smart. No, actually, it's fine that I went for this trade right here because I'm full health and there's no reason to not have the health regeneration ticking. That's at least my opinion about the trade. Like, it could have been 0 health loss, but all the health loss is minions. But yeah, this is Hail of Blades, guys. She's not forced to play the game, even though I'm being like completely dumb and taking the turret shot. But that's fine. Champ is broken, guys. Wait, what? Champ is broken? No, don't tell right. They will nerf it, bro. What are you doing? I can actually get ganked on the... What they set up. Yep. I mean... Wait, did he finish clearing in 220? Huh? Are they clearing? They're actually clearing faster now. Alright, so you might need to do like 215 rather than 220 right now. Or just if you hover topside, then I wouldn't have got ganked in there. And if I would have landed my E, then I'd get the kill. But that's perfectly fine. Wave is completely fucked for her. So I actually earn more than I lose on that death. If I'll be completely honest, because like now Wave will be frozen up until she gets back here. So she's losing like 2.5 waves, and she can instantly get reganked. Gank her once she gets back free. I'll just skip Wave over here. I might need to trim it. No. Well, actually, I will need to trim it a bit soon, but not yet. Not yet. We do know where is the enemy Nocturne. And you do usually want to be around the enemy turret, as I always say. And pretty much just always kind of bully them. But I saw my Kazakhs around this side of the map, so I was like, alright, let's prepare a gank for him. Yeah, he kind of ignores it. Enemy Nocturne is on the top side of the map. And that's a snipe! Oh! I did hit, so she's really low. She's really low. And Wave is kinda... actually, stop pushing towards her. I will just show it then. Let's see whether I manage to cancel her back. Oh, no. That's fine. Again, we're maxing Q. And blasting one is the first item on Halo Blades Varus. Alright. We do know that enemy jungle is has probably... No, he couldn't clear this. His bot lane... He has 28 CS, so he full cleared once. And he doesn't have this... Go to his... I think that he can path through mid to this, actually. Enemy Nocturne is passing through river, which means that he's going Drake or mid. By the way, one cool thing is that as soon as you have Blasting Wand, or 3 points in W, in case you guys are putting points in W, you don't really have to do the 2 auto attacks on minion before turrets attacks them. Enemy jungle is on the bottom side of the map, so we will lean towards the top. And we will just slowly bully her. Enemy jungle is level 4. We don't need to be scared of his ult yet. I do think that he's here though, so I will hover top, maybe get one more good trade. I want kill, but that'll be really greedy because of the enemy jungler. I'm pretty sure that we're getting ganked. I want to deny her the farm. I think that I can try 2v1. No? Alright, we're getting ganked, by the way. Oh, we got the 2 blight stacks. We have the ult. Once you understand and know Varus's damage, you just know when you can and cannot play aggressive. So this is one thing to bear in mind. Like, usually in your games, if you know that enemy jungle is here...
Mic feedback off.
Mic feedback off. You can also just play defensive, but I really know that on 2 blight stack, if the enemy cat is under turret with like 70% health, she's just dead if I hit ult. And I had a minion wave around me, and enemy jungle is lower level than me, and I have exhaust. Lol. So it was just kind of free, but this is like, you have to know Varus's damage to be like to be really efficient and at that. And even though it takes quite a while to get used to it, because the damage is like really high, but it's weird because it's percent damage. So if you're playing versus tanks and shit, then you're not used to see so much damage. Enemy jungle... Oh wait, he's level 6. I will slow push it because we know that the enemy jungler is playing Nocturne. So I don't really want to be around the enemy turret, even though this is like the usual plan. I would want to play it around objectives. We're about to get Kazakh's ult into our face, so we'll just go ahead to his jungle and ward it first. Boop. Oh shit, I hit the 3 of the bees. 1. I can go bot. I'm pretty sure that he has eyes on us because of how Cat is playing it. We can kill her. Oh, that was such a greedy play, flashing into the turret. Alright, so like this play, by the way, we know that the wave is about to shove towards us with the next wave. So as long as I know that I'm not a shutdown, I don't mind that play. Even though it would have been better to just stay far back and try to snipe her with the Q, but I'm just a greedy bastard. Because wave state is really good. That kind of fixes the wave for me. By the way, Q-Max. We tell that she's missing. Alright, I want to freeze it because of the Nocturne. Alright, I will go ahead for a dip ward into the cat. And we will wait for another ult and just tap her again. Alright, we see the Nocturne. I'll push wave first. I really don't mind it. That actually is my bad, by the way. I think that if I mean, no, I can't really pressure lane because of the Nocturne. No, I wouldn't say that it's my bad, to be honest. I can't go like beyond this line because Nocturne ult. Where did he ult? I don't see his Q. I'm trying to pan camera in order to see his Qs. Alright, he's topside. And because it's on cannon, it's not frozen, but because we're slow pushing, I wanna zone her off the. I wanna zone her off the XP, and if she overextends, trying to look and get the CS and whatnot, then she will die for it. And what you see here is why I personally love the Q-Max. Do you see how fast we're taking waves? If you think that that was fast, wait for the Nature. Now look at the biggest spike you have ever seen in your life. As if up until now it wasn't oppressive enough. Wait for this one. Now because we're playing versus a lot of AP and assassins, I personally really love going like Kindle Gem into CDR boots into Crown. But then once again, guys, this is only because we are playing versus 2 assassins and an AD carry assassin, right? So if it was, I don't know, not 2 assassins, I would have gone for my usual Flash Ghost with Riftmaker. If it would have been like only Cat or only Nocturne. I mean, only Cat is still... Wait, what? Teemo? Huh? Where was Teemo here? Yeah, we can pretty much tap her. No, you're not getting that CS. She will be forced to fight for every CS, man. Alright, now look at this. Q, auto, wave is gone. And now Drake is up in 19 seconds. Oh, we can actually RQ her. No, I need one auto. Oh, I actually did hit the ult. I was actually waiting for the Nocturne. That was a nice play. I was waiting for the Nocturne W to go down. So I wanted to ult flash last second. Alright, that's flash. Can you... Alright. Lucidity into... I'm really not used to that build. It happens to me like once in... It literally happened to me like... I have 1000 Varus game. And I went for the crown build for like... I suppose that it's 10, 20 times, something like that. So you really don't see that this often. But I actually think that just because of that'll be a really good way to teach it. Playstyle is literally the same up until mid-game. But then mid-game you just have to play it a little bit more cautious and be a little bit more scared of ganks. You wanna get the CS? I mean, we're pushing it. I wanna dive her. Doesn't look like he wants to cope with that. Nocturne wants to ult us. Only one. He doesn't have the E now. Get her. Get her. Nocturne ult. After crown, we wouldn't be that we shouldn't be that scared of the Nocturne ult. But up until crown, we pretty much just like chill it, play off of cooldowns. Now look at the cooldowns as opposed to the normal cooldowns. Now that I have both Cosmic Insight and Ionian boots, Exhaust only has 161 second cooldown. I mean, Hog. What is the normal cooldown of the ability actually? 210 and it goes down all the way to 161. Like, that's actually pretty insane. This is actually pretty insane. I mean, objectives... Next objective is Herald, but we have to defend bot. Alright, we do know that the opponent are around here. One. He was like, what was he trying to do? He can actually Q me, and I can't. Oh, try to steal it. And I can't put the Blysex on him, but he tunnel visioned so hard. Nocturne ulted already. Teemo is down. We have ult soon. I want to bait him towards us. Wait for it. No, I didn't snipe him. Oh, the ult hold, guys. By the way, that's pretty important versus like all of these champions, such as like Lissandra and all the champions that can pretty much. I'm waiting for. I have. No, not her though. She's the only target I can do anything against. Or at least it's not worth to do anything against that target. But anyways, one really important thing on Varus versus a lot of matchups is to understand when you need to hold the Q, wait for an ability, and then snipe them. And then if you manage sniping, whew, feels so good. You don't even understand how good it feels. Wait, what? I literally flashed to here, but it flashed in. What? All right, that was a misplay by me. I want to see that shit though. Oh, I can't look at that. What? No, I tried to flash from here, back, like channel the ult and then flash back. But what happened was just the opposite, so that was kinda troll. That's fine though. Wait, what is the crown usual cooldown as opposed to now? Let's see. Safeguard. Normal cooldown is 40 seconds. Let's see what is the cooldown on me right now. Cat goes bot lane right now. She's going towards the Nocturne, so we'll path towards there as well. And afterwards, Nocturne kind of has to path towards us. Boop. Oh, it's actually 34-second cooldown for us. It's not that huge, but it's... I actually think that it's a game changer in the... if you know how to play around it. Because you can literally play around it as it's like just like a rune at this point. 32-second cooldown, like pfft. You can get it twice in a single trade. Over me. I need hover. Alright, they're getting the Teemo. I think that we can get a pick here. I think that we can get a pick. Charge Q, no? I mean... yeah, she's a little fed. 12 and 4. Wait for my Rabadons and we got it. I mean, actually, specifically versus Lulu, it'll be Rabadon's Shadow Flame, I believe. Bot lane is pretty bad, but we had like mad prio mid lane, so we just got all Drakes. We didn't even have to rotate. Just like my mental stack is kind of over the top while I'm trying to explain all the stuff. But in your usual game, what you want to do is you want to queue the entire wave around objectives and then just roam really quickly. Be careful, Jinx. You're not trying to 1 versus 1 a Nocturne there. She's level 13. Holy. Oh, it's worded. Ah! I'm going back, thank you. Oh wait, he's top. Oh, GP got them both. Oh! Get the Q. Oh, she's actually getting the kill there. I don't want to ult her. Yeah. Oh, I was greedy to try and get the Lulu kill there, but Kai'Sa. I would actually say that the Cosmic Insight is really good for lane, to be honest. I don't think that I would change my opinion. Because you saw how much easier it was playing around the exhaust. Like, Kata thinks that she can do anything, you exhaust her. Holy. Yeah, I don't think that it's I should change the way that I think about it. Just like, she's extremely overfed. Even though if we get one shot down on her, then it's game. Go towards her. I want GP to go first. I can ult flash and keep her in place. F. Pooh! Get out of my game, broski. Oh, when you hit those ultimates. I mean, 20-second ult right now. And I have Rabadons really soon. Why though? Guys, can I have my Rabadons quietly? Alright, you don't want to go frontline. You have to go after someone. So like, I will allow these dudes to front for us. And then we'll go, wait, is she playing AP? Oh no, only Nature. She's going for the on-hit build. I want to go mid lane. I think that she will. I can't tax it away from her. I will go for the bottom side of the map. I need the extra gold for the Rabadons. And then we will group. I have to be cautious of Kai'Sa Q though. Alright, we will reset and we will use all we can towards the raid. It would have been better to try and get the Rabadons a bit earlier, but that wasn't truly an option. So we might have... Oh, Kazakh actually stole the Drake. Pogo. Like, that's a win. That's a win. That flash. I'm telling you guys, this playstyle is so funny. One. Oh, Kai'Sa is dead. No reason to even try and go for him, in my opinion. Pooh, big 600 gold right there. Is my damage busted? I don't know what you guys are talking about. I actually think that I could have killed her, by the way, if I wouldn't press tab and I was like, and I look at this point of the game. If someone is like 2 levels behind, you can 3 auto attack, tap WQ, and they're dead. Now Shadow Flame, and it's game. It's like this build is so weird. Like, I have to go for both the Shadow Flame build and the crown. That's so weird, to be honest. I mean, wait, she's Kraken Slayer, so I can go Shadow Flame for Lulu. But no. I think that I would actually prefer going this. Even if we're talking about base stats, when we're talking about 26 minutes in, The base stats are so high. If they would have, I don't know, for example, if they would have, for example, Locket support, or the AD carry would have gone for the thing that gives him the, he's here. And he's dead. Boop. Bye-bye, Timo. Let's see where is, oh, there he is. Let's tank Kaiser's W. 8 seconds for ult. Two, one. Boop! Get out of my game, guys! Just get out of my game! Sniping the enemy Nocturne, tapping the Kaiser. He does it all. Enemy Kaiser is alive. Guys, do you want to play with fire? At this point, I'm just trolling. At this point, I'm literally just fucking trolling because the game is kinda easy. Alright, look. We're playing with fire. Alright, we're playing with fire. I have to. I'm sorry. Alright, so we have the... Oh, she's here? Wait, what? Is she not coming towards us? What is happening? Oh. Hello, cat. Boop. Bye-bye. Once you get the Rabadons, the game just becomes like... just becomes RQ simulator. Alright, at this stage of the game, this is exactly why I went for the Void stuff. Now they're starting to stack Magic Resist. But you're actually getting weaker and weaker from this point onwards, sniping. Weaker and weaker. It's like, game is already over. You're starting to get weaker. Holy. And games in higher elo actually don't usually last for this long. That's actually such a long game just because we're not going for Baron. We can if you want. Let's try to kill him on Timor Shroom. I wasn't trying. I don't know what you guys were talking about. I'm not trolling my teammates. Alright. Kaiser is there. Oh, that wasn't a snipe, let me tell you that. F. Oh, Timo Shroom. Wait for his W. Oh, I still hit. Dude, I'm so good at this game. Ah! She'll W us. Wait for it. Lulu is also here. Jesus. Is she... Wait, you got it, Pike. Oh, actually, the auto... He's hard smurfing. No chance. I think that he auto-attacked in order to use the raid buff. That's 5 head. Like, auto-attacking a minion for it? 9 head. 500 head. I don't know, this dude is genius. Boop. Jinx, can you tank it for me? Oh my god, she's not tanking it. Whew. can do Shadow Flame for Lulu now, even though I could also do Zhonya's for their Nocturne. Are they flaming each other in chat? Oh no. Wait, she thinks that I said it as a flame. What? There is a little... Ooh, do we have Drake buff? Ooh. Guys, look. I mean, I think that you have already seen the tabs. So, it won't be anything new. At this point, it just won't be anything new. Boop. And we have ult in 22 seconds. Holy. She's dead. Boop. What? She healed. What auto? Wait. What auto, by the way? Alright. F. Dude, I'm smurfing. Oh. Shit! No, I'm not! Going into her down, like, running into it. I mean, I think that we should wrap it up. Let's stop playing with the food. Alright. Let's stop playing with our food and finish it. That was a good one though. That was a good one. Wait, can I sell it and buy a new one? Oh no, it's still broken. Wait, it's still broken and you lose gold. Look. 2k? Wow. And then 1.6. I mean... I don't know why they're tilted. But it looks like they're flaming each other and refusing to group. Yerp. Mid finish. No? Wow. Oh, pick is just broken. Ah, no, guys, it's balanced. Don't tell Riot. It's balanced. Don't tell Riot. I said nothing. It's perfectly balanced. Oh, I was sure that she killed him and got the Dusk Blade. I was like, oh, where is she? Yep. Nah, let's finish it. Although we can't win it. Alright guys, so that's how you play AP Varus. I hope that every single one of you have enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to join us on all of the social media links right below the channel. And with all that being said and done, hope to catch you all next time. Peace, and I'm out.